Howdy Neighbors, David here. And today on Boondock Stallyns, we're going to be talking about the Snyder Cut. In particular, we're going to be talking about the Snyder Cut and how Jared Leto's little appearance as the Joker at the very end relates to my own Joker theory that I've been harping on this channel for about quite some time. So, oh my God, it was awesome. It was well worth the wait. And I know I'm complaining a lot about the wait being, 2017 to now, when I had to wait 26 years from Superman 2 to Superman 2, the Donner Cut, but the results were just as good, and I am super duper happy with this movie. So, before we get started, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe. Please subscribe and share. I'm at 54 subscribers, and for my first 8 months here, that is actually a lot more than I was expecting to get. I couldn't be happier. Thank you, thank all of you. Let's build this community, get up to 100. I can start putting out better quality videos. I can start putting out better content. I can start doing so much more. So please hit that button. And let's get started. Spoiler alert, this is the only warning you're going to get, but we're not really going to discuss the whole movie in detail. I want to sit down and watch the movie where I'm not just watching it to enjoy it. I want to watch it with my notepad, get the whole thing, take notes, give you guys a full in-depth review. But what I want to talk about today is Jared Leto's performance at the very end of the movie. Because yes, this performance was shoehorned in at the very end as a nightmare sequence. So it being a nightmare sequence, we can't really take anything that was said there at face value, but it does help us hint and theorize, which is what this is, a theory about what could have been and what might yet still come. Because, I mean, they could finish this Justice League story in comic books. They could finish it as a miniseries on HBO Max. There are a million ways they can tell Justice League 2's story with Darkseid that, I mean, it'd be a shame not to. So, having said that, Joker. Now, if you're new to this channel, you probably don't know that I tend to carry on about Jared Leto's Joker at great lengths, whether you want me to or not, and sometimes even whether I want me to or not. But I've had this theory that Jared Leto's Joker has been one of the Robins beforehand, and I've made 2 videos about it, so I'll leave cards at the end of the video for you to check out. Go ahead and give those a like, and like I said, subscribe. But my theory was that, like in Return of the Joker, the Batman Beyond movie, and even the Return of the Dark Knight series where Dick Grayson ended up becoming one of the versions of the Joker, my theory was that Jared Leto was one of the Robins, and I believe that he was Dick Grayson, who went and took on the Joker, bit off a bit more than he could chew, and was like Tim Drake in the Batman Beyond movie, beaten down, broken, and then brainwashed by the Joker, and then had the job fully finished by Harley Quinn when he made it to Arkham for rehabilitation after the trauma of what had happened with the Joker. It would have been the perfect time for her to create her own version of the Joker based on what she wanted as a boyfriend. And so, having said that, there are still a few more clues here in this version of the movie. When you see Jared Leto, first things first, his tattoos are gone. And it makes me wonder if they were temporary tattoos in the first place, or if maybe they were cut off or burned off or something even worse. Lord only knows, they're living in the nightmare world in the future. But when the movie was being prepared, we were told that Jared Leto was coming back to give more story as to what happened between him killing Robin and burning down Wayne Manor. And they didn't really mention anything at all about Wayne Manor, but you do find the line where Joker says, you shouldn't have sent a boy to do a man's job, implying that Batman sent Robin to deal with the Joker, which is what led to the death of Robin. But they were very vague with all of the wording and, how many people have died in your arms, Batman. That could be easily referring to the time that Joker beat Robin with a crowbar. But what if these are combined stories? And yes, Joker did beat that Robin with the crowbar, and that's actually what I believe happened to his teeth. My thoughts on that were that Joker ended up beating this Robin so badly with the crowbar that a lot of his teeth were broken and damaged, and so when he took on his new Joker persona, he covered it up with that grill so that you couldn't see it. It was just a way to cover the damage, and I still think that could play out because, let's face it, with the way they were going and being vague about it, they could still, in a comic book or a future movie, delve into that story. And I know I'm harping on about the Joker a lot, but I really, really, really would like to see him be one of the Robins. And Jared Leto pulled off a really good performance. I mean, I have never liked his Joker. I have never liked him one bit because I feel like he was just trying way too hard to be the Joker. But if he was a Robin who'd been suffering from the head trauma of being beaten with a crowbar, and then the head trauma of the electroshock therapy that we know Harley Quinn gave him because he said so at the very beginning of the Suicide Squad movie in their flashbacks, that she had ended up taking some of his precious, precious memories away from him, and then he was going to hurt her real bad. So why couldn't this Joker be a Robin? Also, the age thing. The age thing has always, always, always bugged me because traditionally, and I know so many people like to go against tradition, but traditionally, the Joker is always, always, always so much older than Batman, and Jared Leto, I'm sorry, is so young and youthful that it's really hard for me to buy him as older than Batman. And I mean, I even know that Ben Affleck isn't as old as the character that he's playing, but I still believe that he is significantly older than the Joker, and so that also plays really, really big into my Joker is a Robin theory. And when they were discussing People You Loved, that was what, really, really drove me to it, because somebody had asked Batman, what do you know about losing somebody that you love? And that's when the Joker does his slow clap laugh, and everybody pans and turns around and you see him, and he talks about, of course, Batman knows exactly what it's like to lose somebody that he loves, and we know that he's about to talk about Robin, and Batman tells him to choose his next words very, very carefully. And so my thoughts on that were that he didn't want to mention that he, once again, failed his Robin by letting him become one of the Jokers. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.